Okay, here we go. Man, all I have to say is congratulations to all the people who took my advice and bet on the Kansas City Chiefs. If you didn't take my advice, listen, it's all right. Don't worry about it. There's, like I always say, there's always tomorrow. Okay, so in case you guys are new to this channel, what we discuss here is the language of gematria, which is the simple practice of coding numbers into words. And believe it or not, the NFL and every professional sports league is rigging their games using this simple code of letters and numbers. This stuff is really easy to understand. Once you understand it, it's gonna be like riding a bike, really. I know people who found my channel about a year ago, and now they are doing this. They are making discoveries that I'm not even making. So this stuff is really easy to understand. Those of you who can't understand it or can't see that the games are rigged, is because you either have a problem, you have a learning problem, or there's just something about your upbringing that you don't want. You probably had a difficult upbringing, to be honest, because there has to be a problem with your mental health, is what I'm trying to say. Because this stuff is really easy to understand. And yet, so many people troll my channel day by day. They wait for days that I might get a sports pick wrong and say that everything else that we predicted is bullshit, whatever. And I'm like, man, why is it that this stuff is so hard for you to understand? When this stuff is, my 6-year-old daughter could do this stuff, But hey, it is what it is. But let's get right into it. So, the Kansas City Chiefs just won another rigged Super Bowl by the numbers, right? They won Super Bowl 54, Super Bowl 58. The reason I'm bringing up those two Super Bowls is because those two Super Bowls are connected to Kobe Bryant, who passed away on January 26, 2020. In the same language of gematria that I'm speaking of, the name Kobe Bryant, that's who this entire Super Bowl was dedicated to, if you guys didn't know this. The name Kobe Bryant, whose statue just went up on February 8th. Notice his name equals 58. You guys just finished watching Super Bowl 58. And you guys notice how Kobe Bryant is 113? Patrick Mahomes just became 11-3 as an underdog. Something that I said in my last video. I said, look out for this number 113. That is a huge number. Patrick Mahomes also became 11-3 in the postseason a few years ago. This number has been infamous in Patrick Mahomes' career. Also in Kobe Bryant's career. He was the first pick. Actually, he was the 13th pick in the first round, right? 113. He had a book called Dear Basketball, which came out on the 113th day of the year. He made his debut in the NBA on November 3rd, right? 11-3. When you write out the National Basketball Association, it equals 113. This number is huge with Kobe Bryant, and this number was also huge in the postseason. The entire postseason, Patrick Mahomes paying tribute to this number. But if you decode Kobe Bryant's full name, which is Kobe Bean Bryant, you're going to notice that his full name equals 54. Think about who won Super Bowl 54. Think about what were the two teams in Super Bowl 54 and Super Bowl 58. It was the 49ers versus the Chiefs. All right, so you had a Joe Montana Bowl. Joe Montana, what a legendary quarterback, played for 49ers, also played for the Chiefs. You had a Joe Montana Bowl in Super Bowl 54, and you also had a Joe Montana Bowl in Super Bowl 58. If you guys notice, the score was 16-16 at one point, right? And then the 49ers went up and scored the 19th point of the game. The score was 16-19. Go look up Joe Montana's jersey numbers. He wore the number 16 for the 49ers, and he wore the number 19 for the Chiefs. This is why the score was 16-19. And then, of course, the Chiefs came downfield, scored the 19th point. It went into overtime, 19-19. Now, the number 19 is special to Joe Montana. That's the number that he wore with the Chiefs, the team that just finished winning. And then, of course, Patrick Mahomes came down, scored the winning touchdown with 3 seconds left to win his third championship. And why did he do it? Why did he score a touchdown and didn't just kick a field goal? Well, because he wanted to score the 25th point of the game and get a total of 47 points. The final score was 16-25. Actually, no, 19-25. A combined score of 47 points on February 11th on 2/11. If you guys know your prime numbers, 2/11 is the 47th prime number. That's why there was 47 points in that game. That's why when I saw the over and under at 47.5, I told my people, listen, that 47, it's really fishy because here you have the two top offenses in the NFL. Why is it that the over is at 47? It should be way higher than that. These are the best offenses in the league. You got Deebo Samuel on one side. You got Travis Kelce. You got Christian McCaffrey. I mean, you got stars on the field, yet they have the over and under at 47.5. This is because these numbers are important to the ritual. That's what the NFL is doing. Speaking of ritual, do you guys know how old the USA is? USA is 247 years old. It was established on July 4th, 1777. That's our Declaration of Independence Day. And guess who just fell to 24-7 for his career? Brock Purdy. Remember when he played against the Lions, what was the halftime score? Wasn't it 24-7? The Lions was up 24-7. They flipped the script from 1957 when the San Francisco 49ers had a 24-7 lead and the Lions came back. That's why, that 1957 season is why it threw us off, because today's day is a day of 57 numerology. So when I first saw that, I said maybe they paid tribute to 1957 on the 57 date numerology, but I know what the 57 is now for the date numerology. I just couldn't find what was the 57 significance, and it's because Missouri gematria equals 57, the state that just finished winning the Super Bowl. Okay, so that's what that 57 was all about. And of course, today is Joe Montana's 246th day of his age, an infamous number with the Catholic Church. But let me just show you. Let's start from the beginning, in case you guys are new here, because there's a lot of stuff to cover. We're gonna get into why the two quarterbacks had 123 yards at halftime. We're gonna talk about why, the game started 3-0. Right? Somebody's gonna pick up that third championship. We know who that was. And then we're going to talk about why the score was 10-3 at halftime. And, of course, you guys all know about the 16-16 and then 19-19, and then the final score being 25-19 to 47 points, right? Okay, so look, we're going to take it step by step, because the other sick part about all this stuff, yeah, the games are rigged and scripted, but there's something deeper going on, right? A lot of former players are dying. Also, actors are dying in connection to these rigged football games. A lot of family members of these football players are being sacrificed. Believe it or not, that's what's going on. And it's more than just winning a championship. A lot goes into these rigged championships. These are rituals handed down by the Catholic Church, the Jesuit order. They are killing people. They are also shaming black people by the numbers. It's no mystery why Patrick Mahomes just finished winning his third Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year. If you're not new here, you know all about the number 42 and how it's been used to shame people of color throughout history. 42, all over black history, that number has been stamped all over African Americans. And Patrick Mahomes is another example of this. And to be honest, every black quarterback that has won the Super Bowl has been a big 42 ritual. It's disgusting. So not only do people get murdered, they're shaming black people by the numbers. They're scamming. This stuff is a big scam, what the NFL is doing, what all the leagues are doing. This stuff is a big scam. Think about how much people lost all of their money today betting on the San Francisco 49ers, the number one seed. A lot of people. And the NFL don't give us a fuck about you. The NFL is not going to refund you your money. That is a scam because the games are rigged. If people knew that the games were rigged, they probably wouldn't bet that much money. And if they do bet, they'll probably bet using this knowledge, because this is the knowledge that will help you pick the right winner. Something that, we don't always do here, but we do more often than not. And I know I have a lot of haters. Every time I get something wrong, the haters come out of the woodworks. But guess what? You can't hate on me today. So turn off the video if you like, because I'm going to be bragging all day today, because I know you guys are on standby for the next day I'm wrong. It's unfortunate the world is this way, but hey, whatever. So let's just start from right here. This was our first indication that the AFC was going to tie the NFC in Super Bowls, right? Coming into this game, the NFC led 29-28 in Super Bowls, right? And what did we say? We said, look, this looks good for the AFC, for the Chiefs to win it, tie the NFC at 29, because that's a special number not only with Mahomes, but also that's a special number to football. And gematria of football equals 29, just like Mahomes. Right? So, of course, the NFC and AFC both have 29 Super Bowls. It's funny because next year in Super Bowl 59, one of these two conferences is going to pick up that 30th win. And that's also other pair of numbers that they like to use to shame people of color as well, 59 and 30. So are we going to see another black quarterback win next year? We'll see. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that for sure. All right, so look. So, of course, Kansas City wins their back-to-back championships in their 64th season. A big number because Kansas City Chiefs equals 64. Remember, in Super Bowl 54, they won the Super Bowl right before Joe Montana's 64th birthday. It was actually 131 days before his birthday, like the championship number. But notice Kansas City Chiefs, in case you guys did not know this, it equals 64. Right? If you just look up, you go, just do a Google search, right? Type in Kansas City Chiefs Pro Football Reference. Here it is. And this webpage should pop up, and then you'll see it right here. How many seasons have the Kansas City Chiefs been in existence? It's 64 years. So from 1960 to 2023, right? Total of 64 seasons. So in their 64th season, they win a back-to-back championships with Patrick Mahomes. And you guys notice here, look at their playoff record. They were 23-21 coming into the Super Bowl game. And, of course, they picked up their 24th postseason win in the year 24, gave the 49ers their 24th postseason loss. And remember, the last team to go back-to-back was the New England Patriots. And you guys remember the score of that game? It was 24-21. This is the last team to go back-to-back. The New England Patriots, they defeated the Eagles. And notice who was the Eagles head coach that year. It was Andy Reid. Andy Reid. And notice the Patriots finished 17-2 that season. You guys saw what Kansas City Chiefs equals in the alphabetical order? 172. Just like the name Travis Kelce, who the star player, one of the star players for that team. Travis Kelce is 172. Big number with the Jesuits, right? Jesus Hamanan Salvatore equals 172. The Jesuit motto. But what are the odds of that, right? So if you guys don't believe in none of the stuff that I'm saying, that people are being sacrificed, that they're rigging the games, blah, 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 just ask yourself this. What are the odds? The last team to go back-to-back was the New England Patriots, and they defeated Andy Reid and the Philadelphia Eagles, right? And that final score of that game was 24-21. Fast forward. Here are the Kansas City Chiefs in the year 24, and they have a chance to go back-to-back. And their head coach happens to be Andy Reid. And what are the odds that the Kansas City Chiefs are coming into the Super Bowl with 23 wins and 21 losses? And after they won the Super Bowl, they picked up their 24th win and finished 24-21. Talk about flipping the script from, what's that, almost 20 years ago. It was 19 years ago, actually, to be exact. A little over 19 years ago. February 6, 2005, this game was played. On February 6, 2005. You see, that also proves how far in advance these people have the script written. A lot of people think that, they're changing the script while the game is going on, or they're changing the script according to the money. This game today proved that the money doesn't matter. A lot of you think that. Like, the Chiefs are going to lose because all the money's on the Chiefs. There were 75% of the bets were on the Chiefs. They still won the Super Bowl. You know why? Well, if you really want to know what I think those numbers are not even factual. I think the casinos are using that to make people bet on the 49ers. Because how do we know that there was 75% of the bets were on the Chiefs? Like we can't take nothing that these people report as being the facts. These people lie about everything. So who knows if there was really 75% of the bets on the Chiefs? It could have been the other way around. Most of the money was probably on the 49ers, and they just reported that it was on the Chiefs. Because if you really think about it, there's no sports betting in Kansas City. The whole state of Missouri, they haven't legalized it. So it's just so hard for me to believe that so much of America believed in the Kansas City Chiefs when I just kept seeing all these messages of people picking the 49ers. And then if you look at the crowd in Vegas today, it was a bunch of 49ers fans there. I saw very little Chiefs jerseys. So a lot of you think that because you go on the website and you see that most of the money's on one team, that you take that as for face value. Don't do that, because you don't know what these people, if these people are reporting the truth. They could just be doing that to mislead you. Ask yourself, why were the 49ers the favorite? First of all, they barely beat the Packers. They barely beat the Packers. They were down 24-7 to the Lions. They barely beat the Lions. It was an unbelievable comeback, whatever. So what makes you think they're going to come into Vegas, this pretty much a rookie quarterback? I mean, Brock Purdy, he's at 24-7. He got like a little over 30 games under his belt. This guy's still a rookie to me. Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft, is going to come into Vegas and defeat Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. Really. So I don't even understand how they made them the favorite. But the reason they do that is because they know there's a lot of people who don't know what's going on, who bet on favorites, who bet against where the money is. And that's why a lot of you are sad right now. A lot of you are probably falling asleep, sad, because you don't know what you're going to eat tomorrow, because you just wiped out all the funds from your bank account, because you don't know how the games are being rigged. And it's not I shouldn't put all the blame on you guys, because it's these people's fault, man. These people are a criminal enterprise. These are the people we need to stop. So a lot of you, I just hate to when I hear people say, "Oh man, I lost $5,000 today." That breaks my heart, because I'm like, man, you're a victim of a crime. Like, you guys don't even notice that shit. You guys are a victim of the mob. Anybody that loses money not knowing what's going on, like if you know what's going on and you still decide to bet, that's a little different, because at least you know that you're betting against a criminal organization, right? But there's a lot of innocent people out there that just betting on their favorite team, losing all their money, while these criminal bandits celebrate and just use your money to plan the next ritual. All right? All these hurricanes that you guys see in the news, those are all by the numbers, right? Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Harvey, September 11th, so on. All that money that these people raise from the Super Bowl and all the betting, that's what they use it for, to terrorize the next city, to hire actors, to hire police officers to conduct rituals. That's what they're doing. So a lot of you supporting these leagues, a lot of you betting on these games, that's what you're doing. Those of you betting on the wrong team, that's what you're doing. If you're betting on the right team, then, you're not losing any money, which is good. But that's why these people need to be stopped, yo. This shit is really sick what they're doing, bro. People, not only did they lose their life on September 11th, but they lost family members. A lot of people lost family members. A lot of people were kicked out of their neighborhoods because they couldn't afford the housing after it got reconstructed. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors that the news don't report. A lot of people. September 11th was a big tragedy here in New York City. I live in New York City. I know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that I know that, that used to live around that area, and they had to move because they couldn't take the smell of all that dust. And that wasn't supposed to happen. All right? We just had a World Series last year, that attributed to that tragedy. The 119th World Series was a tribute to September 11th. That's why they ended on November 1st, on George Bush's 119th day of his age, on 11/1, when New York equals 111. Like how September 11 leaves 111 days left in the year. That whole World Series was a tribute to September 11th, a tragedy that killed so many people. So not only do they scam you from your money in the betting, they terrorize you, they kill you. These people need to be stopped. This shit is unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man. This stuff is sick. But that's a deeper topic, man. But that's why I decided to do this stuff, because it's not about just the script. Yeah, the games are scripted, but there's something deeper than that. There's something that the NFL is not telling you. Because now, if you guys notice, the NFL doesn't really care about telling people that the games are scripted. You guys hear what the announcer said at the end? Oh, Patrick Mahomes had 333 yards. And why does that number matter? Because the address to this stadium is 3333. Blah, blah, blah. Like, these people, they throw this stuff in front of your face because they don't care about you knowing that the games are scripted. They make commercials at the beginning of the season showing you that the games are scripted. We're gonna look at all those videos so you guys can see how they mock you, right? You guys remember that commercial from the beginning of the season? There was like it was a magician. I have the video. I'm gonna show you guys. There was a magician that said that he had like a cardboard. It was a white cardboard paper, and he had a football player standing next to it. He said, the Jets are gonna go to the Super Bowl. Who do you want to go to? Who do you want to go to the Super Bowl against the Jets? The guy said the 49ers. Meanwhile, that football player just got traded to the Chiefs. And then he said, all right, so just call out any score. The guy says, yeah, the Jets are going to beat the 49ers 31-27 or something like that. And then the magician flipped the cardboard paper around and said, look, I predicted the exact score that you said and the two teams that you said, which is all fake. That shit is all staged. But the mockery behind that commercial is what I just finished saying, right? The winner was the Jets with 31 points. And Gematria, Chiefs equals 31. And, of course, the reason they had that player in that video is because that player ended up on the Chiefs. You see how they did it? So, in reality, they was telling you who the Super Bowl matchup was going to be. 49ers and Chiefs. Actually, I'm going to pull out the video so you guys can see what I'm saying. Where did I put it? I think I put it on my Instagram page. Let me show you. Open up. And did you guys see what Joe Biden just finished posting? Look what he wrote. He wrote, just like we drew it up, Chiefs, with his devilish eyes. These people are pathetic. I'm telling you, these people, they all work together. And they have evil plans for humanity, man. This stuff is not a joke. Stuff is not a joke, man. I'm telling you. Here it is. Listen to this.
Just take a step forward. And I want you to imagine you got a...
Okay, so let me just read what it says. It says a psychic the Jets brought in before the season asks wide receiver McCole Hartman Jr., that's who ended up on the Chiefs in the middle of the season, who he thinks his team will be playing in the Super Bowl. He said the 49ers. The psychic predicted the same matchup. Only difference is McCole Hartman Jr. is now on the Chiefs. Okay, so they really told you that he's on the Chiefs. Okay, but listen to the commercial.
Got a crystal ball in your hand. You see the future. Tell us, who do you see the Jets playing in this year's Super Bowl? Say it.
49ers.
49ers. And I'm putting you on the spot here. We're going to win. We know we're going to win. What's the final score going to be?
31-21.
Yeah? Because when all the pieces come together in a season, it can be absolute perfection, folks. Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Jets and the 49ers. 31-21.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy.
That's crazy. All these people are actors, right? Look, in Gematria, Chiefs equals 31. That's why the winner had 31 in that video. Right? Chiefs equals 31. You see how Chiefs equals 112? What's today's date? 11/2. What does Super Bowl equal? 112? So the guy ends up on the Chiefs, and he predicts that the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl over the 49ers. Mockery. You see? So this is what I'm saying. These people don't care about telling you guys that the games are scripted or mocking you with it. But what they won't ever tell you is the devastation, all the tragedies that happen in connection to the games. All right, so moving on. Look, the Kansas City Chiefs, I think I showed you guys this already. Kansas City Chiefs have a record of 23-21 in the playoffs. All right? Oh, did you guys see the video of the fake Andy Reid that was at the game? I don't know if I can play this, but fuck it, I'll play it. Look at this. Fake Andy Reid, a guy that looks just like Andy Reid, was at the game. And, of course, fake Andy Reid equals 58, like how the Super Bowl 58. Look at this one.
Coming to Super Bowls and coaching Super Bowls, this is almost like second nature to you.
That's right. Kind of like going to a Vegas buffet.
Absolutely. Did you have any cheeseburgers there?
Well, I've been looking for the best cheeseburger in Vegas, that's for sure.
And have you found it yet?
Not quite yet. Still on the prowl.
So, obviously you have a quarterback who's already won 2 Super Bowls going against a quarterback who's playing in a Super Bowl for the first time. What are you saying to motivate your guys at this point in time?
Well, these guys are professionals. They've been at it for a long time. I don't think we have to say anything. We just got to execute the game plan.
You've been.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This guy looks just like Andy Reid. This shit is crazy.
Is there one specific year with Eagles or the Chiefs that sticks out to you the most?
That's right. It's the next year.
The next year, absolutely. Now, there's a lot of pressure on Kansas City to win this just because you guys are defending Super Bowl champs. You've been here 4 times in the last 5 years, but San Francisco is loaded. How are you going to contain them?
Hey, don't worry about it. We've got a plan. We've got the best defensive coordinator in all of football. So we got this, baby.
Well, good luck finding the perfect cheeseburger out here. If you know.
Oh, my God. This guy's out there looking for a cheeseburger. But, damn, that shit is freaky, though, right? Look how this guy looks. This guy just looks just like the guy. But, look, fake Andy Reid equals 58. Of course, he's at Super Bowl 58. I put out a video the other day about a former Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, Anthony Lee Adams, who also went to the game. He actually had a great broadcast that he was going to the game with his daughter. Like who gives a fuck? Now, a lot of people don't even remember you, bro. Why are you telling the world that you're going to the game? Like, people really care. Did you guys see Jay-Z make an announcement that he's going to the game, or LeBron James or Drake? But this guy decided that he wanted to be in the news and let everybody know that he's going to the game. But the reason he did that is not because he wanted to, is because they probably told him, listen, we need you to go on the news and tell people that you're going to go to the game because you're going to be part of this ritual. And notice what his name equals in Gematria. Anthony Lee Adams equals 58. He also goes by Tony Adams, and his name is 112 and 131, like how Super Bowl is 112, Chiefs is 112. Of course, today's day is 11/2. Of course, the 131, we spoke about that. That's the championship number. You see? So this is what they do. They like to do the predictive programming, put it in front of your face, showing you who's going to win. I made a video today, right before the game. It was actually an hour before the game. And I was telling people, listen, do not bet on the 49ers. Do you guys see what they just did in the NBA? This was mockery, what they did in the NBA. That's how we was able to cash out a 3-team parlay. We had a 3-leg that cashed out because we caught on what they was doing. Look. So Patrick Mahomes, his full name is Patrick LaVon Mahomes, right? You guys notice how his name is 216? When you write out when you multiply 6 times 6 times 6, it equals 216, right? If you notice, the Celtics, they played the Heat, and there was a combined total of 216 points. If you notice, the Thunder, they won and became 21-6 at home, right? 21-6. If you notice the Heat, their home record, right? They became 15-13 by losing to the Celtics on the road at home, right? 15-13. Think about who the 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Number 15 went against number 13. Same thing here. The Kings fell to 15-13 away on the same day that number 15 was going against number 13. And, of course, the Celtics, they picked up their 41st win of the season when Chiefs is 41, Super Bowl is 41. But look at this, right? This is what I was telling people right before the game. I said, look, they got the 15 on the winning side, right? Because the way you read the home record is this is how many wins you have and this is how many losses you have. So they have the 15 on the winning side and the 13 on the losing side. Same thing for the Kings, right? And that's their way of telling us who's going to win the Super Bowl. Number 15 ended up on the winning side and number 13 on the losing side. You see? When you see how these people work, you're able to make these accurate predictions. Of course, the Kings lost with 113 points. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes became 11-3 as an underdog in the big Kobe Bryant tribute. All these leagues are all connected. They're all scripted together. This stuff, it's been going on for years. This has been their way of programming us of scripting the games, and we are exposing it, and we are catching on to all of their tactics. Sooner or later, these people are not gonna get away with none of this shit, because we comparing how I am now, my decoding ability from 5 years ago, I came a long way. I learned a lot, and the reason I learned a lot is because I made a lot of mistakes. Because you guys have to understand that this stuff was not educated to us, right? We didn't go to college to learn about, NBA scripting or how the NFL is scripting the games. We didn't learn everything. Like this stuff, we've been learning as time gone on, right? Every year we pick up more and more on what they've done. This ritual, they didn't get away with this one. Thank God. We picked it up real quick. But you see, this is mockery, though. This is mockery. How many people bet on the Heat today? How many people bet on the Kings? How many people bet on the 49ers? All those people are devastated right now. And meanwhile, these people are getting richer and richer and richer. People are not catching on. Really sad stuff. But let's go. Because like I said, I haven't even gotten into the murder by numbers. The people that have died. Like what is this guy's name? Carl Weathers, who used to he was in the Rocky films, right, with Sylvester Stallone. He passed away this year, right? And of course he played for the Raiders, where the Super Bowl was this year. Of course he wore the number 49 for the Raiders, right? And if you guys remember, he played the character. What was the character he played? What was his name? Let me see. Carl Weathers and Rocky. He played Apollo Creed and Rocky, right? If you look up the character, if you do a Google search and look up the Apollo Creed, this is sick what they did right here. So look, there's a Wikipedia and it shows like the character actually has a birthday and a date of death, right? Look. The character Apollo Creed, which was played by Carl Weathers, he was born in Los Angeles, California. Kind of like the San Francisco 49ers, right? Born in California like the 49ers. He was born on August 17th, and he died on August 31st. And where did he die? He died in Las Vegas, right? So the guy who wore the number 49 for the Raiders played a character named Apollo Creed, who was born in California, died in Vegas, and notice this. The name Carl Weathers. You guys say his name equals 133 and 52? Football equals 133 as well. But notice this. Brock Purdy, the quarterback for the 49ers, his name is 133 and 52. And of course, again, the guy wore the number 49, right? So Brock Purdy, the guy from California, the guy who plays for the California team, ends up dying, quote unquote, in Las Vegas. It's a metaphor because his name is connected to Carl Weathers, who passed away, wore the number 49 for the Raiders. So it's a metaphor because the California quarterback was going to die in Vegas, just like the character that Carl Weathers played in Rocky, Apollo Creed. See, the stuff is it's really remarkable, and once you pick up on it, you're gonna learn a lot. And look, he died at the age of 43. Football equals 43. Apollo Creed. I never looked at the gematria of Apollo Creed. Let me just take a look at it real quick. Yeah, of course it equals 52 like 49ers. So look at that. So the Apollo Creed, Brock Purdy, and Carl Weathers all have the gematria of 52. This was also a big number in the Super Bowl as well, because the head referee was wearing the number 52. There's a deeper meaning with this number. I know Pope equals 52, but this number was very important in the Super Bowl. I just can't make all the connections with that number, what that number was really trying to communicate to us. But I did pick up on most of the 52s in this ritual. All right. Also, and just I have a separate video if you guys want to learn more about this man's death. I mean, of course, it was by the numbers. Actually, I have a blog post right here. If you don't want to watch the video, you can just open up my blog and it'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm taking phone calls in a second, you guys. Hold on. Okay. I thought the audio wasn't working. Yeah, I'm gonna take calls in a second. Okay, so where was I? Because I lost my. Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, I have a blog post on all the stuff that happened to this man. Oh yeah, he died at the age of 76. The Rocky films began in 1976. Of course, Stallone has a 7/6 birthday, and yeah, he died on the 32nd day of the year, and the word Negro equals 32 and 76. Right. He also died on the first day of Black History Month. Of course, he died at the age of 76. Another number stamped on black people throughout history: Negro, Rasta, Slave, Blues, all 76 on the first day of Black History Month. But what about this guy right here, Derek Thomas? You see, Derek Thomas, a lot of you probably never heard of this man. This man died in the year 2000. Think about that. He died 24 years ago. And you know what's interesting about him? Not only did he play for the Chiefs and wore the number 58, but he died on February 8th, 24 years exactly before the Kobe Bryant statue was unveiled in California. Kobe Bryant just had a statue go up on February 8th, 2024, because his daughter wore the number 2, Kobe wore the number 8, and the number 24. So of course on 2/8/24, the Kobe Bryant statue was unveiled by the numbers. Go look up the presentation on YouTube. It's exactly 58 minutes. The name Kobe Bryant equals 58. Of course, this was just Super Bowl 58, another Kobe Bryant tribute. But the guy who wore the number 58 for the Chiefs dies exactly 24 years before the Kobe Bryant statue gets unveiled. And what number did Kobe Bryant wear? He wore the number 24. And of course, 24 is just the reflection of the number 42, the word nigger, slavery, Rasta, not Rasta, jigaboo, all equal 42. Number stamped all over Black history, 42. And keep in mind that today, what's this lady's name? Man, I have a. Who was the singer that died on the 42nd day of the year? She used to get beat up by Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston died on this day in history. Whitney Houston died on the 42nd day of the year. They supposedly said, I think they said that she overdosed. This number has been, again, like I think I said it a million times. It's been put on bad people throughout, from the beginning. But Whitney Houston, notice what her nickname was. You guys are familiar with Whitney Houston. She went by The Voice. The Voice, her nickname equals 42 in Gematria. She ends up dying on the 42nd day of the year. Right, so the guy, again, died in connection to the Chiefs winning Super Bowl 58. But what about this guy right here, who also wore the number 58, but he wore 58 for the Raiders. Again, the Super Bowl was just played in Vegas where the Raiders play at now. This guy's name was Jack Squirtrick. And notice how old he was, 64 years old. The word kill equals 64. Kansas City equals 64. Of course, they're in their 64th season. This guy died 46 weeks after his birthday. Sacrifice equals 46. This is what I mean. This guy had to die at the age of 64 for the Chiefs to win their rigged Super Bowl. This guy, he died 38 days after his birthday. I forget how old he was. Let me just see. Because this guy was young. He was born in 67. That means he died at the age of 33. Of course he did. He was 33 years old. 33 years old, man. Younger than me. I'm 37. I'm 37, man. This guy only lived to be 33. Man. Young people being ritualistically sacrificed. And there's a lot of people that I'm missing, man. I don't even have all the ritual deaths that are connected to the Super Bowl. Man, who won the MVP? I didn't even see. I had Patrick Mahomes. We gave out Patrick Mahomes to win it. I don't know if he did. Hopefully he did, because that was one of my prop bets. Let me see who won the Super Bowl 2024 MVP award. It should have been him. I mean, he just won the game. Oh yeah, so they gave it to Mahomes. Huh. Yeah, I knew it, man. So we got this prop bet correct. I think we got the coin toss wrong. I think I picked I think I picked tails. So we got the coin toss wrong. I actually had Christian McCaffrey anytime scorer. I think we got that wrong too. But we had Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP. We had the Chiefs to win. We had the total to go under. What else we had? Of course, we had the Celtics to beat the Heat, and we had the Thunder. So we had a bunch of plays, and I think like only 2 of them didn't come through. But the coin toss, I mean, there is no decoding in that. I think there might be a way to decode that, but I think that's just. I mean, I know it's not random, but it's not. I don't know how to do it, to be honest. Travis Kelce, of course, today was 129 days after his birthday. Of course, his girlfriend is Taylor Swift. Her name equals 129. Now, did he propose to her? Let me look this up. Did Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift? I don't. Because I know that you could also bet it on this. Okay, did Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift on the field after winning the Super Bowl? It didn't appear to happen. Yeah, we also picked that it wasn't gonna happen. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I'm like, they're not gonna do that. That's a little too obvious. Have him kneel down and say, "Would you marry me, Taylor Swift?" They're not gonna do that. All right, so. We spoke about the Rocky stuff. We spoke about that. We spoke about Mr. Travis Kelce having the perfect synchronicity with the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. And, of course, the word tight end equals 129 as well. What about the commercial, the bundle commercial? And think about it. Last year, Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl 57 in the State Farm Arena. This year, he does a State Farm commercial called Bundle Mantra. I think that's how you say it. And, of course, the word bundle equals 58 and 104, 32 like Chiefs. Of course, this was Super Bowl 58 to close out the 104th NFL season. Oh, Lord. These people, man. Oh, so let's just watch a couple of more videos of the predictive programming. I put a lot of them in my Instagram page if you guys want to visit. But listen to what the announcer said after the game was finished. Mockery.
Snap pass, Mahomes ends up with 333 yards. Why is that significant? The stadium's address is 3333 Al Davis Way. He's never snap pass, Mahomes.
They're decoding right in front of your face, giving you a perfect decode. Oh, this is very interesting. I wanted to point this out. So look, all of these things happened in 2020. Of course, 2020 was also an election year. So look, all of these things happened in 2024. And of course, the Chiefs also won in 2020. But look, let's go through it. Let's go through the big list of all the things that happened in 2020. And you guys tell me if all this stuff is just a coincidence, that I'm just bullshitting here, blah, 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 right? Let's go through each one and you guys tell me how the fuck is this all possible. So look, in 2020, we had a Chiefs and 49ers Super Bowl. In 2024, we got a Chiefs and 49ers Super Bowl. In 2020, we had Lamar Jackson win the MVP. Same thing in 2024. He was the favorite. I don't know if he won it yet. Let me see. In the NFL 2024 MVP. I think he did get it. Super Bowl. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP. Let me see. Yeah, of course. Lamar Jackson won look at that. Okay, so Lamar Jackson did win the MVP. When this list was made, they just put Lamar Jackson as the favorite to win the MVP. So look, we had the same Super Bowl, we had the same MVP. The Ravens, they won the NFC North in 2020. They did it again this year. The Texans won the AFC South with 10 wins in 2020. They did the same thing this year. The Chiefs won the AFC West. They won it this year as well. The Chargers were the last. They came in last in the AFC West. They came in last this year as well. Washington last in the NFC East with 13 losses. Of course, they was last in the NFC this year in the NFC East with 13 losses as well. Panthers last in the NFC South. Of course, the Panthers were also last in this year's NFC South. The Cardinals last in the NFC West. The Cardinals were also last in the NFC West. I mean, everything is just the same. Just think about it. We are reliving 2020. 49ers are the 1 seed. Actually, no. The Chiefs are the home team. Chiefs are the home team. I guess this is the Super Bowl, what they wrote. 49ers are the 1 seed. 49ers were the 1 seed this year again. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year. Billie Eilish also won Song of the Year this year at the Grammys. What are the odds? The Chiefs were plus 600 preseason odds to win the Super Bowl. They had the same odds this year to win the Super Bowl. 49ers beat the Packers in the playoffs in 2020. Guess who beat the Packers in the playoffs this year? The 49ers. Bruins and the Maple Leafs finished top 5 in the East. Right now, the Bruins and Maple Leafs currently are top 5 in the East. Avalanche finished second in the West. Same thing this year. They are second right now in the West. Celtics and Bucks both finished top 3 in the East. Right now, the Celtics and Bucks are currently top 3 in the East, in the Eastern Conference. The Nuggets finished third in the West. Right now, the Nuggets are the 3rd seed. Let me see if that's still true. Actually, no, they just went down to. Actually, they're tied with 3rd. They're tied with Oklahoma City. Pretty much the same though. Almost done. Let's see. The number 1 seed wins the college football playoff. That same thing happened this year. 2 undefeated teams play in the college football playoffs. Same thing this year. The loser of the college football playoffs lost by 3 scores. Same thing this year. Joel Embiid has surgery to repair his left hand. This year, Joel Embiid has surgery to repair his left knee. Panthers fire Ron Rivera after a loss. Commanders fire Ron Rivera after a loss. And it says here that the last one is the winner of the Citrus Bowl scored 35 points. And this year, the winner of the Citrus Bowl scored 35 points. Now, the thing about 2020 is that's the year of the germ. Are we going to get another outbreak this year? We'll see. But isn't that just amazing how they do this stuff? They're recycling the script from 2020, giving it to you guys in 2004 because you guys don't have good memory, really. And that includes myself as well. I didn't know all these things happened in 2020, but that's how these people are able to get away with this shit. They're able to give you the same script from 2020 and 2024. Like this is why I don't understand how you guys went against with all the stuff that we put out for free. I don't understand how you guys went against the Chiefs today. I really don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, and keep in mind that we just had the 66th Grammy. And just think about it. What happened at the 66th Grammy? Taylor Swift won her 13th Grammy. Big number at halftime. Wasn't there 13 points? Killer Mike, remember he got arrested at the 66th Grammy. His name equals 66 in Gematria, just like Taylor Swift. That same day, Earl Currington, who used to play for the Detroit Pistons, he passed away at the age of 66. All that happened on the day of the 66 Grammys. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so Taylor Swift, who loves the number 13, she just won her 13th Grammy. There was 13 points at the half. Man. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes winning his 3rd championship, remember his father was arrested right before the Super Bowl? It says here that Patrick Mahomes' father, Patrick Mahomes Sr., was arrested for DUI for the 3rd time in Texas, while his son is about to win his 3rd championship. Look at this. Now look at this. This is like in your face type stuff, right? So, and again, I put all this stuff out. I put this stuff out a week ago, man. And yeah, so many people were like 49ers. The reason I don't like that you guys went with the 49ers is because I don't want nobody losing money. I don't want this community losing to these fucking scammers, man. To these pieces of shit, man. Not with all the information that we have. So look, it says here that whenever a Super Bowl has been played in the middle of the 2 cities, the city the team that's traveling to the West Coast always wins the Super Bowl. It has happened a total of 8 times in NFL history. And what that means is, like, let's say the Super Bowl is in Kansas City, for example. And let's say the 49ers are playing the Giants. So the 49ers have to travel to the east, and the Giants have to travel to the west to attend the Super Bowl. The teams that always travel to the west always wins. And again, it happened again this year for the 8th time in a row. The team traveling east has never won the Super Bowl. What are the odds? So it happened in 2002. The Super Bowl was in New Orleans. They had the Rams versus the Patriots. The Patriots traveled west. They won the Super Bowl. In 2003, the Chargers played against the Raiders. No, excuse me. The Super Bowl was in San Diego. The Chargers were traveling east. The Buccaneers was traveling west. They won the Super Bowl. Same thing in 2006. The Super Bowl was in Detroit. Seattle traveled east. Steelers won because they traveled west. The Super Bowl was in Tampa in 2009. The Cardinals traveled east. Steelers traveled west. They won the Super Bowl. In 2015, it was in Glensdale. The Seahawks traveled east. Patriots west. They win. In 2019, the 25-point comeback. Actually, no, that was the year that Tom Brady won 13-3, the football number, over the Rams. Low scoring Super Bowl that year. The Super Bowl was in Atlanta that year. Rams traveled to Atlanta. You got to travel east to go to Atlanta. And the Patriots traveled west to go to Atlanta. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. This year it was in Vegas. San Francisco traveled east. Kansas City traveled west. They win. 8 times in a row. What a coincidence. What about this? Speaking of the Jesuit order in 201, the Chiefs, whenever there's a waxing crescent moon, they have won 19 times and only lost 1. So right now they are 20-1 on the waxing crescent moon. What does the Jesuit order equal in Gematria? 201. Order of Illuminati, 201. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. From the Pope's full name, 201. Big number right there, though. The Illuminati number, basically. 20-1 on the waxing crescent moon. This team only lost once, ever. And what is a waxing crescent moon? Just do your Googles. You'll see it. That's a waxing crescent moon right here. So this is the moon that helps the Chiefs win football games, supposedly. What else? Let's listen to Taylor Swift talk about the number 13 and go watch the highlights of the game. See how many times the number 13 showed up on the screen.
Why 13? What is it?
Okay, I was born on the 13th. I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in 13 weeks. Also, thanks. My first song that ever went number 1, it had a 13-second intro. And I didn't even do that on purpose.
And now you have 13 Grammys and you won it on 211, which is 13, and and your boyfriend just won the Super Bowl over number 13. And a lot of people say, oh, this stuff is all coincidence, right? So, yes, this is what I was talking about. So, the Lions, they overcame a 24-7 lead in 1957 against the 49ers. This was the team that I thought was going to make it to the Super Bowl and beat the Ravens because of the death of Jim Brown, who died 112 days before the season began. Of course, Super Bowl equals 112. But, you know, I was misled. I admit it. I was wrong about the Lions. But in 1957, the Lions overcame a 24-7 lead. And then while the country is 247 years old, the 49ers overcame a 24-7 lead. And now Brock Purdy just finished losing the Super Bowl and became 24-7 for his career. Let me show you. You go to Sad News, you look up Brock Purdy's all-time record, including the postseason. This should be updated by now. Of course, he's 24-7 while USA is 247 years old. Of course. And the Illuminati is also 247 years old right, as well. See? See how they do it? Right? Look at the scoreboard. 24-7. They're letting you know who's going to win, who's going to lose the Super Bowl. It won't be him. Damn, there's so much to talk about because I haven't even gotten into the Kobe Bryant stuff, but I think I've been here for like an hour already. Let's see what else because everything that I document, I just put it on my Instagram. So a lot of the stuff is on here. But do you really need to see more? Isn't it obvious what's going on? Stuff is sick. All right, let's see. So let's see. And like I said, this is the year 24, right? The Chiefs just picked up their 24th postseason win. The 49ers just picked up their 24th postseason loss. Of course, Patrick Mahomes picked up his 89th career win. 89 is the 24th prime. He became 4-2 in Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year in the year 24. Man, what a perfect ritual. Man, these people are pathetic, man. But we were catching on. Okay? We're catching on. Okay. Yeah, but this right here, I mean, this is in your face. In your face right here. Yeah, so if you guys want to call in and remind me of anything that I probably missed, because I know it's a lot. It's a lot of deaths that I'm not covering. Because let's see, when did this guy pass away? Oh no, a lot of these. There was another guy that lost his grandmother too. Oh, speaking of the waxing crescent moon, look at this. The Lions, they can't win on the waxing gibbous moon. Every time they play on Thanksgiving, on the waxing gibbous moon, they lose. Same thing happened on November 23rd, 2023 this year. This guy went to the game with a turkey in his head. This is what I mean, man. This right here, this is why they mock us, man. This should not be you. If you know this man, if you know his family member, reach out to this man. This man should not be going to the games with a turkey on his head. This is why they treat us like fucking kids, man. This is why they do to do these things to us. You know how silly you look. You are a grown ass man with a turkey in your head, going to watch a rigged football game. And then how long did it take this guy to paint his face? If you guys want to call in, I'll take some calls. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. Hey, I was just, did you watch the game or?
No, I was watching the scoreboard. I was busy putting the presentation together. What's going on?
Oh, hey, I was just, you're live, right?
Yes.
Okay. I noticed something in between the games. Did you know, all right, I think you talked about something about Joe Montana and the Chiefs in the San Francisco at one time.
Yeah, Joe Montana played for both the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Did you notice that in the second half, they were tied at 16?
Yeah, I spoke about that in the beginning of the video. The score was 16-16. He wore number 16. And then it was 16-19. He wore number 19 for the Chiefs.
Yeah. And then they tied it at 19. Yeah.
Yeah, and 19 is the number he wore with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And he's 67 years. He's 67 years old right now. Kansas City equals 67. Last time they won the Super Bowl, the last Joe Montana Bowl, he was turning 64. And Kansas City equals 64. Kansas City Chiefs equals 64.
Yeah. So I mean, I just wanted to tell you what I noticed throughout the game because I watched the whole game.
Okay. What else? What else did you pick up on?
The halftime, maybe Usher.
Did you see how he was in all white? And because I saw somebody posted it on Instagram, and Alicia Keys was in all red, like the Kansas City Chiefs colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, maybe the Chiefs are gonna get this one. But no, I was just that's all I have to say. But those are the two things that I noticed.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the call.
Yeah. All right. You have a good day.
Yeah, the phone line is open. Somebody just called in. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, the phone number is on the screen if you guys want to call in. There's a lot more. Let me just look up all the NFL players that died in 2023 because I'm telling you, there was a lot more deaths connected to the Super Bowl. It's okay. So all these people died in 2023. We spoke about Jim Brown. Jim Brown died 112 days before the season began. Super Bowl Eagles 112. The reason we had the Lions and Ravens is because Jim Brown had a connection to Baltimore because he played most of his career with the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns ended up being the Baltimore Ravens. And in 1957, the year that Jim Brown was drafted, the championship was Lions versus the Browns. So I thought it was going to do that this year. They didn't. They went with the Joe Montana Bowl in tribute to Kobe Bryant. So let's see. I don't know most of these players. Ryan Mallett. Let's take a look quickly. If you guys want to call in, I'm telling you, I'm taking calls now. You guys can call in. I'm just really quick going through all the deaths of 2023, all the NFL players that had to lose their life for this rigged Super Bowl. Hello.
Hey, Arthur, Susan.
How you doing? I'm live now. Did you know?
The other day.
I'm doing a live stream. Did you know?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Okay. I wanted to tell you a couple things too. Let me just turn the volume down. You know, you said with the traveling teams, the West.
Yes.
And I think I know why. Just a thought. When Constantine gave the Vatican its power, because there was a problem between Rome and the Vatican, who has the power. And when Emperor Constantine gave Rome or the Vatican its power, that came about by him conquering his enemies in the West. And that's why I think this West thing is a ritual that you showed. And also, I know you talked to me about the waxing crescent moon, and that blew my mind. But when I put in waxing crescent moon 2/11/24, it came up to 103 and 310.
Look at that.
And that's when I went, okay, 13 is going to give Mahomes his 3-1 because eclipse code is 1331. And of course, you know, the moon eclipses the sun and the sun is the church. And another thing, I don't know if you have because I didn't see it, but Wisconsin is the 24th state. Did you do that?
Oh no, yeah, that's a good one.
And this is the thing that when I figured this out, I went, oh my gosh. Brock Purdy was born at Desert Samaritan Hospital, Mesa, Arizona. That equals 199. Just like Tom Brady, the 199th pick.
Okay.
And sun and moon eclipse equals 199. So there's your 199 again. But check this out. Mesa, Arizona equals 52 and 38. And Niners equal 38. And Brock Purdy equals 52. I mean, this guy, he's even scripted from the hospital he's born in.
Yep, most of them are.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
But when I went through all my notes and I combined them, when I saw upset is 27-54 and OT win is 27-54, I said this game's going into overtime. And 3 is going to upset 1. And sure enough, I mean, dang. I mean, we went back and forth, obviously. There was a lot of riddles on the other side, especially the first shooting of this year, that was all coded to Purdy. But when you really take all your notes and put them together, the moon was going to eclipse the sun, and they were going to give their little king.
Yeah, and 58 days from now, it's going to be an eclipse. So
Exactly. That's why I knew that the moon was going to eclipse the sun when I went through my notes, because I'm like, because I was on Kansas City at the beginning, and then when that mass shooting happened and it all connects to Purdy, I was like, dang. But in my gut, I kept saying, wait a minute, they're not going to let Purdy beat the king. They're just not gonna, you know?
Yeah, he's the face of the league. He's a new Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Purdy is connected to
And
Tom Brady.
you saw how he won the Super Bowl the same way Tom Brady used to win the Super Bowl. Last drive of the game.
Oh, well, you knew it was coming.
I mean, that's how Tom Brady used to win the games.
Yeah, and a lot of times they have Mahomes doing the same thing now, obviously. At the very last minute, he comes back and wins the game, you know?
With 3 seconds to win his third ring.
And then they changed the overtime rules this year. So I said, my gosh, they're gonna allow both sides to play in overtime now? That was
Well, the thing is, if you score a touchdown first, I think you win the game.
I just thought both sides had the ability to carry.
No, only if it's a field goal. If it's a field goal, then you give the other team a chance. But if you score a touchdown,
because I just heard that during the game, and I went, "Oh my gosh, they're changing the rules for Mahomes." Because the sun is going to be shining, and at the last minute, the moon, and moon equals 15, Mahomes equals 15. Mahomes is going to come in, and it's going to eclipse that sun, the church, Purdy, and then the stadium has a big sun ray on it. And I'm like, the moon's going to eclipse the sun on the sun's birthday. It's crazy.
Crazy stuff.
Anyway, I'll keep watching. I love what you do.
Thank you so
Hopefully
much.
We'll talk soon.
No problem. You can call me anytime.
Okay, ciao.
Okay, so I just briefly looked at all the deaths from 2023. Look at this. So these 4 people caught my eye. So Craig Pookie, I think that's how you say it, former San Francisco 49ers, died last year on May 19th at the age of 66. Let's just really quick, let's just look at what's going on with Craig. What happened to Craig? Open up the calculator. I don't want to, I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes on each person. So I just want to see like how does man's death connect to the Super Bowl? Because all the Chiefs players and 49ers players that died in 2023, there's no doubt these people died in connection to this game today. So look. So our friend Craig passed away 5/19. Let's see. He died 38 weeks before the Super Bowl. Craig Pookie. Oh my God! You guys see that? You guys see what I see? Do you see what I see? The name Craig Pookie equals 58. Used to play for the 49ers. Died right before the season on May 19th. And he wore the number 54, and this is the 54th Super Bowl of the modern era. Wow. See what I mean? All these people had to die for the rigged Super Bowl today. All right, so just that was easy. So Craig Pookie equals 58. That's 38 weeks before the Super Bowl. And death, RIP, murder, all equal 38. We're killing. Craig Pookie equals 58. Died right before Super Bowl 58. All right, so who else we got? We got Kevin Bell. This guy used to play. Oh, he died today last year on this day last year. So today will be the 1 year anniversary since his passing. And who did he play for? Let's see. Kevin Bell. NFL. Wide receiver, only played 9 games in football. Drafted by the Chargers. Actually, he played for the Jets. He wore the number 80. He played 9 games. He died at the age of 23 years old. No. He was 67. He played at the age of 23. He was 67, the blood sacrifice number. Died exactly 1 year ago. Died on the anniversary of the Super Bowl. Ed Budd. Let's see. Let's look up his stats. This guy, he died December 19th of last year. Oh, he died 54 days before Super Bowl 58, which is the 54th in modern era. 54, Jesuit order equals 54. Let's look up his full name. His name is Edward Budd Leon. Trying to see what they did with this guy. So, what is his date of birth? Born November 2nd. He died December 19th. 11-2. Chiefs 112. Super Bowl 112. He died 47 days after his birthday. And his birthday is similar to the Super Bowl date. That could be part of the riddle. His birthday is 11-2. The Chiefs just won the Super Bowl on 11/2 on February 11th. And just look up this guy's stats. How old was he? 83, football 83, murder 83. Played 177 games. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs his entire career. It's 177. Somebody just became 17. I gotta look up the Andy Reid's coaching record. I think he picked up Andy Reid picked up his 144th win with the Chiefs. I think it was. Yeah, he picked up his 144th win with the Chiefs. Jesuit Order 144. He stayed on 58 losses. The guy born in the year 58. Super Bowl 58. I think his son died on August 5th. They had all the 58s this team, man. I'm kicking myself for not noticing this earlier. So Ed Budd, the 11-2 birthday, died on December 19th, 47 days after his birthday. Yeah, so moving on. So this guy died at the age of 35 last year on November 13th. Let's see. It's sick stuff, you know. He died 13 weeks before the Super Bowl. Before the Big 13 ritual. Devon Wiley. His name is 53. His name is 29, like Mahomes, like football. The AFC just won the 29th Super Bowl. So, 11-13. Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Thank you for the call.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole game? Did you watch the game?
No, I was looking at the scoreboard. I was putting the presentation together. I couldn't watch it.
Man, they're hard to watch, but I'm glad the Chiefs won.
Did you win some money at least?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I won some good money.
That's good, man. That's good to know. What's on your mind? What did you pick up from the game? Did you see anything?
No, I was just gonna say a few reasons why the Chiefs won, I guess.
Yeah, share it. There's a lot of people who might want to hear it.
Well, number one, Andy Reid, I think, was on his 11th season coaching for the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Super Bowl being on the 11th. And
the word black, something I forgot to mention, black equals 11. So they just had the black quarterback win on the 11th on the 42nd day of the year.
Yeah, back-to-back, like two on dash 11, 2 Super Bowls, even though he won 3. But I called it was the other day, it was like 403 wins. I think it was regular season wins. Andy Reid, I guess technically won 4 Super Bowls, but won 3 on Kansas City. And it's the 104th NFL season. Andy Reid picked up his 4th Super Bowl. Like, won 4. But, and then the big one was actually, for me, was Derek Thomas. Him wearing the jersey number 58, being Super Bowl 58.
Yeah, we spoke about that. He died on the Kobe Bryant statue unveiling.
I seen your live stream on that.
Yeah, isn't that sick? He died 24 years ago, wore number 58 for the Chiefs. But that also shows you how long in advance these scripts are written.
It is pretty. I actually was shocked to know that. I thought he just passed away this year. I didn't know he passed away that long. I actually really liked Derek Thomas as a football player. I was shocked that he actually died that long ago.
Yeah, he was 33. He was young.
33.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that sad? It's so sad. And actually, I got a few of his cards out of my. I collect football cards. And on this one And then what scared me a little bit on the back of it is 666. And I was like, oh, man, I hope the freaking 49ers don't pick up their 6th championship and go to the 666, with the Patriots, the Steelers, and they would be the 6th team to win 6 championships.
Yeah. The Niners had a small narrative, but it was too much on the Chiefs side.
The 3-1, like he could win 3 Super Bowls, but they were like using Purdy with the 13 to try and disguise it. So that was a little.
Yeah, that's what they was trying to do, and make it seem like he was gonna win it while Taylor Swift is in the building, because that's our favorite number.
They did a good job. I will give them a good credit. They did pretty good with the script. It looked pretty good. I mean, like the acting or whatever. If it's real, it is whatever. It looked like a pretty good game. Just couldn't believe it came down to the wire. I was nervous. I dropped I won a couple grand, so whatever.
Hey, can't complain.
No, just sucked half the life out of me watching the game on and on.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I don't watch it. I won $1,700. I didn't watch a second of the game, because I know watching the game makes you want to cash out, or it makes you panic. That's what they do.
Yeah,
that's how the Vegas is able to save a lot of their money.
Suffer the whole game.
Yeah, that's how Vegas is able to recover a lot of their losses. Because even though there was a lot of people who betted on the Chiefs, by having all these back and forths, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people cashed out their bet when they saw that it was coming down to the wire, and they started to panic. And that's how Vegas is able to recover a lot of their losses. So
Yeah, they put it to that 13-10. And that was another thing, too. It was 3-10. Or was it? No, was it?
Yeah, State Farm equals 103.
Snuck in there a little bit.
Yeah, the guy who won remember last year was the 103rd NFL season. He won the Super Bowl. State Farm was 103. He won at the State Farm Arena. The score was 10-3 at the halftime. But when they scored 3 at half, I should have told you that he was going to win his 3rd ring, and then he wins it with 3 seconds left in the game.
And State Farm has those 3 rings when it pops up. It's not like at the end they always have the 3 rings.
And the Super Bowl logo.
Yeah, I was happy to see State Farm on the freaking board today. But I was like, I hope that's not to make me bet on the losing team, because Kansas City was losing. I'm like, I hope they're not using reverse psychology trying to get me.
You guys, you notice how the Super Bowl logo has the 3 sticks?
Yeah.
3 sticks. He's going to win his 3rd championship in Las Vegas.
Did you see that?
Say it again?
Mahomes actually, during the game, like in the Super Bowl logo, he was standing on that 3rd stick. I was making sure of that to see, and I was like, okay, well, that's a good sign. Like when they're going through the Super Bowl logo, there's the 1, 2, 3, and the 3rd one he was standing on would be like the 3rd one he could pick up, like his 3rd ring.
Yep.
Not the 1st one, not the 2nd. No, it had to be the 3rd one at the end.
So he's what? 3? He has 3 now, right?
Yeah.
So he needs 4 to tie.
The only thing that some other Dakota was saying, like the 2-4 can play for like the 24th win, but the only thing scary about that, he could have fell to 2 and 4 Super Bowls. But it's about legacy. You're building up, I hate to say superheroes. You know what I mean? If you want these people to be those dynasty players, you got to build them up. It's a shame for Christian McCaffrey and all those guys, though.
What's funny? They had a narrative as well, but. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Patrick Mahomes, remember his father got arrested 3 times in Texas for a DUI?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the word father. Get 3 of them. The word father equals 58 and 104.
Well, he picked up 3 Deweys just like his son picked up 3 rings,
Yeah, and the word father equals 31, like how he became 3 and 1 in Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I mean like how Chiefs equals 31.
You see, there's symbolism that he's going to get 3 rings, just like his dad got 3 WNBAs, but people wanted it to be like, can Mahomes think straight with his dad getting, going to jail?
Yeah, that's why they do that. And think about all the players that they announced wasn't going to play for the Chiefs. Like, they was trying to sell the 49ers the best way they can. And they did. They did a pretty good job. They even had the 49ers wear white jerseys. And I remember there was a streak going on where the teams that wear white jerseys were like 16-3. So they was trying everything to get people to bet on the 49ers.
You're right. I think they would. And they were trying to blend them in with the red. When they showed them, they were showing the Chiefs and the 49ers red. Because the Super Bowl logo, the only color left was red. And the Chiefs wore the red jerseys today. So, I mean, that was another clue, really. But again, it's a reverse psychology. That's where I beat myself up. You never know if they're trying to. Eventually, they're going to pull the rug underneath. You know. Even like now with Andy Reid. Now that they hear that, we know about the Andy Reid having 58 losses, being born in 1958. Maybe 2 seasons down the road, there's going to be some guy with the same code, and then we're going to be like, oh, that's the line.
Yeah, and then they're going to flip it on us. Yeah, you got to be careful.
So you got to pick and choose. You got to really know, and don't bet too much. And main thing is, I put a lot of futures in. I was on the Chiefs early this year. I don't know. I had my narratives why, but I was on them from week 1, actually, because Nick Wright, the Chiefs are going to back the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls, and he was all over them. And it's actually the Super Bowl logo conspiracy, but I'm going to die with that one. It did show that the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl, but not just the red, but yeah, I'm rambling now. Do you got anything else to say, Arthur? I'm sorry.
Well, the reason the Super Bowl logo was purple is because of Taylor Swift. Her last album, she was wearing a purple dress. I think it was called Speak Now, which equals 104. Like the 104th season.
Well, if you go back, there's 2 Super Bowl logos. There's the one that won last year, and it was green and green. It was not this year's. It was last year's. It was the one with the Grand Canyon. And I'll give you the Super Bowl logo. I didn't want to say it until the Chiefs finally won because I didn't want no one to know, really. I wanted to be the one guy. But if you look at the Grand Canyon, the 2 colors that were connected was the purple and red. And Kansas City represented the red. And most people thought the purple represented the Ravens. But when you look at that Grand Canyon, it's one piece, and you have the purple and you have the red. And then Nick Wright was like, oh, man, he's going to make Destiny winning 2 Super Bowls. And I look at the Super Bowl logo, and it's purple and red, the same 2 colors that won last year's Super Bowl. They actually gave you the Super Bowl logo that was going to win, but, they tried to, slide it through the Ravens and 49ers. But they scripted it in last year's because it was purple and red in the Grand Canyon there. And then the same thing played and won this year.
Do you remember the script commercial at the beginning of the season?
Oh yeah, and then Vegas, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And then Travis Kelce said, "We're going back to back."
Yeah, and then the funny part, some kid actually picked it up. She said she wanted to date Jimmy Garoppolo. What team did Jimmy Garoppolo play on before? The 49ers.
49ers. Then he went to Vegas. Yep.
And they slide that in like that. You know what I mean? Oh, he went to Vegas? Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, he plays for the Raiders now.
Oh, my gosh. And then another thing is the Raiders is technically in the Kansas City division. So why?
Yeah. So they win the Super Bowl in the rivals division. I mean, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, they had them win at 30.
Hey, that's like the Packers winning at the Bears Stadium or something like that, you know? Yeah, 2 rivals, right. Or the Red Sox winning at Yankee Stadium and shit. Like, that's just disrespectful.
Are you into basketball? It's Kermit. Who you giving any predictions on? Are you on the
not yet.
False money.
Not yet.
All right, I don't know. I'm feeling the Lakers, but I got my Chiefs Lakers, and I got probably $100 to win $20,000 to be honest. So it don't seem like it's plausible.
What, Celtics Lakers?
No, I just Chiefs and Lakers. So the Chiefs won today. So now I got.
I mean, they did win the in season. They won the in season tournament. So it's not. I said they did win the in season tournament, so it's not that far from a reach.
Their team sucks in a way. They got role players, they got size, but I don't know. But Anthony Davis is staying healthy, so that's the best storyline they got going for him, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess if I had to pick reality, the Milwaukee Bucks, and then even Kevin Durant and Booker are due to win sometime. But I always thought Lillard was due. You know, Damian Lillard, I always thought, when's he going to get a ring? You know, so we'll see. Yeah. The Celtics at Lakers is my conspiracy pick. I haven't done much numbers on it, but it does seem like The Celtics are the #1 right now.
Did you see? Did you see what the Celtics did today in the NBA? I don't know if you caught the beginning of the stream, but the Celtics, they play the Heat, and they picked up their 41st win of the season, right? Super Bowl 41. But the Heat fell to 15-13 at home on the day that number 15 was going to play against number 13 in the Super Bowl. And the Kings did the same thing. They fell to 15-13 away.
Wow. So that must be something we got to pay attention.
Yeah, maybe those two teams are probably trying to tell us.
Well, the 1-5 is like, that's technically like Mahomes 15 and like winning 3 Super Bowls. But anyway, that's a stretch. 15 and then the 1-3. I stretch things too far. But
right.
I almost feel like. Anyway.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, though, my brother.
Yeah. I'll hear from you. Yeah, I'll talk to you. Thanks.
All right, if anybody else wants to call in, the line is open, 646-986-0958. If you picked up on anything that we might have missed in the stream. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's Simple Truth Television, one word. The sports information is always patreon.com/Simple Truth TV for the people interested in the sports stuff. What else? Let's see. So, yeah, I think we covered most of it. I just want to take one final look at my Instagram to see if I posted anything that I want to share with you guys. So, let's see. What's going on, Texas?
Hey, what's up? I know we've been talking about all the threes in the Super Bowl. I saw something that when the Chiefs were the Dallas Texans, I saw that Dallas Texans equaled 33 too. So I saw something there with that. And obviously, it goes back to the MLB season. Texas Rangers won their first championship. Won a championship, so technically it was another Dallas team that won it. If you count the Chiefs, obviously being the Dallas Texans. Another thing I saw in the Heat game, I know y'all were just talking about it. I think there was 216 points total. So that goes back to that. Didn't you say it was Brock Purdy picked up he was 21-6 or something?
So Brock Purdy fell to 24-7 while the country's 247 years old.
Okay. I was thinking what I was thinking was probably the 666 with the.
Well, that was in the basketball game today. The Oklahoma City Thunder became 21-6 at home. The name Patrick Mahomes equals 216.
Okay, so there was a 216 with the Miami Heat total points.
Yeah, and the Celtics had 216 points.
That's what it was. I don't think there was anything else I saw. I mean, there was a lot. I think that might have been it that I saw. So yeah, I saw like you were saying, there was a couple things in the basketball game that kind of told us a little something. And we know how Boston is known for the New England Patriots winning so many championships. So that obviously that has something to do with the football game, or Mahomes being equal to 16. So.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all I had, though.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Speaking of 216, I think let me just look up Brock Purdy's record real quick. Brock Purdy, his record. Oh, I think Brock Purdy became 4-2 in the postseason on the 42nd day of the year as well. So Brock Purdy's record all time. As a starter, including postseason. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Brock Purdy also became 21-6 as a starter, including the postseason for his career, against Patrick Mahomes for another 216. Wow. Yeah, but for his full career, without even coming off the bench, he's 24-7. But look at that. Another 216 connection right there. Almost missed that. Shout out to Topsy. He called the repeat. Shout out to you, my brother. cash out all those futures. That's what's up, man. If anybody else wants to call in, the number is on the screen. Hello? Hello? All right, you can call back. Can't hear you. Hey, somebody says, what's the prediction for next year's Super Bowl? Oh, shit. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Hello? Hello?
Arthur.
What's going on? Thank you for the call.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor.
Appreciate that.
You mentioned Brock Purdy becoming 21-6, right?
Yes.
Well, his regular season record is 17-4. If you write out number of the beast, it equals 174.
Wow.
Yeah. And did you mention the white jersey versus dark jersey?
Yeah, I think they became 16-4 today.
And like if you look at all 57 Super Bowls, the white teams had 37 and the dark teams had 20. So the dark teams won, obviously. So it became 37-21, which is 61 squared. The Super Bowl equals 61. And if you look at it the other way, 21-37 is the 322nd prime. Little skull and bones tribute.
Okay, that's a good one.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that number of the beast thing.
We appreciate that. Yeah, they did a lot of 216s. 216 points in the Celtics game. The Thunder became 21-6, and of course Brock Purdy became 21-6.
Celtics 41st win. Oh my god!
On the Super Bowl Sunday? Come on, man.
Oh my god! Like I just got done listening to you talk about how 41 equals like 731 in Latin or something like that.
And Chiefs equals 41 as well, and Kobe Bryant equals 41.
Yep.
This is the Kobe Bryant Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your one video said it. You said thank you.
Thank you, Kobe Bryant. Yeah, thank you, Kobe Bryant.
Cashed so much money just from his death.
Yes, man. And the funny part is that every year on his death anniversary, we are going to see the same thing until the end of time. They're not going to stop.
Sick.
It's sick.
Fucking sick.
It really is. And did you hear what Vanessa Bryant said at the statue unveiling? She said, if there's anybody out there that doesn't like the Kobe Bryant statue, let me tell you that he picked it out himself. What?
What the fuck?
How the fuck did Kobe Bryant pick out his own statue? Did he do it before 2020? Like, what the hell?
Time travelers, man. I'm telling you. They might just be time travelers or psychics. Maybe we got them all wrong.
How did he know that the Lakers were going to make a statue for him when he was alive? Like,
Yep.
I guess. I mean, people always come out, oh, well, he was the best player. That's why he won 5 rings. Why wouldn't they? People always find out a reason to justify bullshit. The reason she said that is probably because Kobe Bryant's still alive.
I mean, I hope to God that they're, just faking these people's deaths. But, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, These people,
well, yeah, I mean, they do sacrifice people for I know that for a fact, but it just certain rituals they're fabricating some people's deaths, like Kobe Bryant, for example.
There's that Hollywood actor. I think his brother's a big Hollywood star too, but like he went into hiding. He was talking about like their star whackers in Hollywood, and it was right after the Joker died. The guy who played the Joker, right after he died, he came out and was talking about like how they killed him for his money, and like there's a whole gang of them in Hollywood doing. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I'm with you. I'm just praying that they're faking it, but you never know.
Yeah, you don't know. And the thing is, they don't fake everything. That's the worry, the part that worries me, because 9/11 was not fake. I mean, that building came down. Whether it came down with planes or bombs, it doesn't matter. It came down.
And I think if you Google Hangman or something, 9/11 Hangman, like they got that picture that comes right up on Google. The guy who jumped out of the building and he made the hangman pose, like from the tarot card.
It's crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? How do they execute this shit? Shit is so perfect. And did you know that the Kobe Bryant statue is actually the 41st card from the tarot card? He's doing the same pose.
Whoa, which card?
The 41st card.
What's the 41st card?
I think it's called like the Magus or the Magician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing the same pose. And of course, Kobe Bryant equals 41.
This puzzle that we got to crack is the tarot and the astrology part.
Look at it right here. It's called the Magician. It's the same pose with the arm, with the hand up, and the same thing he did on his 660.
As a statue?
As the statue, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, these people, man.
And what is a magician? Somebody who disappears, right? He goes magic.
Yeah. Bullseye.
Yeah,
bullseye.
that's what I think happened to Mr. Kobe. He just disappeared on us. Like a magician.
I think I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it, though, my brother. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, and it happens to be the 41st card on the tarot card. Of course, Kobe Bryant equals 41. He died at the age of 41. 41 minutes after takeoff. Helicopter comes crashing down on 126. When his daughter's name equals 126. Yeah, so the phone line is open if you guys want to call in. Hello? What's going on, man? Thank you for the call.
What's up? I'm just calling back from Texas.
Okay.
I saw something with the. It was so the AFC and NFC are now 29-29 in Super Bowls, correct?
The AFC are both tied for 29. Football equals 29 like Mahomes.
Yeah, and then 29 plus 29 equals 58. So Super Bowl 58.
Oh, man, that's a good catch. Yeah. Oh, man,
So I saw that.
Of course they tied at 29 in Super Bowl 58, man.
On Super Bowl 58. I actually saw something with the Rangers when they won the World Series. They won the Chiefs won the Super Bowl 3 months and 1 week. Is it 1 week? Yeah, 1 week after the Rangers won it. And then they won it 14 weeks and 4 days. So
wow.
So like I was saying, I think there was a big connection with obviously them being the Dallas Texans and the Texas Rangers, having those two teams win. So, but yeah, I saw that 29 and 29. I was like, wait, let me add that up. That's
I think black equals 29 too.
Yeah.
And 11.
Yeah, and 11. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
It does, right?
Yeah, and they won it 102 days after.
And 34. And 34. And that was a big number in this ritual. Travis Kelce's 34 years old.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is 34 years old.
Yep, okay.
That was the key number right there, 34. Wow, black equals 34. Wow. Yeah, this was a perfect ritual, man.
Yeah, it was. So, but I had to call you back to mention that 29 and 29 equals 58. I had to mention that.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem. All right.
Yeah, we saw that Patrick Mahomes threw for exactly 333 yards. Oh, so what I was saying earlier was the reason they had the both quarterbacks had 123 yards. It has everything to do with Missouri. Missouri's 123. Of course, this game was on the 42nd day of the year, and again, it was on the 57th day in numerology, the championship number. Missouri. So get ready for the parade, Kansas City. You know, it's funny. I went to Kansas City Super Bowl after Super Bowl 54. I might go back this year. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing? I really love the work that you be doing. You've actually helped me win quite a few bucks. I just wondered if you've seen the correlation between the 47 being the total score to the college and the NFL, and then they had the black quarterback win the Super Bowl 40 on the 42nd day of the year. Like, this shit is comedy at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning. I covered that in the beginning of this video.
Yeah, I just got on here, but I was doing something myself, and I'm like, I gotta share this. Like, this it's actually crazy.
Yeah,
man.
from Jackie Robinson to Patrick Mahomes to Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston died like 12 years ago on this date or something like that.
Yeah, on the 42nd day of the year. Her nickname was The Voice, which equals 42.
Scripted all from the election, all that. It's real deep, but you really have to pay attention to catch some of this stuff. I'm glad people like you are on YouTube to just expose it, man. I love it. I love it. That's all I wanted to say, though, man.
I appreciate you calling in, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, it is obvious. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, once you wake up to this shit, once you see what's going on, you're just going to look at this shit like, man, this stuff is sick. You guys notice how I have 129 concurrent viewers? Speaking about Taylor Swift and Mr. Tight End Travis Kelce winning the Super Bowl 129 days after his birthday. I don't know, man. I don't know how they have some type of AI that knows exactly the number of the ritual that we're about to discuss, because it's like this every time. Hello? What's going on, Topsy? Congratulations, man. You caught that future.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. We caught it in the community.
Absolutely.
I just want to go over like some of the indicators, like as far as today. Did you peep that the set? Because you know the Kings used to be in Kansas City, and I think they're the only NBA team with a connection with Kansas City.
Yeah, somebody wrote that in my comment section. I think and I think the Celtics have a connection to Kansas City as well.
The Celtics do?
Yeah, somebody left that. I forgot to document that. Yeah, but go finish. I'll look for it while you talk.
No, but when you type in when you run Sacramento Kings, it has 556 gematria, and you know that's the win. The Chiefs picked up. They picked up win number 556 all time when they won today. And Sacramento Kings equals 556 in the Latin cipher. And when I saw that, because I just found it out today, I've been on them playing on the same day as the Chiefs, you know, because there's only 2 games today in the NBA. And of those 2, I was aware of Kings having a Kansas City connection. So that right there was like that's a red flag right there for me. That's what let me know, like, okay, this is potentially Chiefs, because this team used to be the Kansas City Kings. And then I looked at the all-time record, and they had the potential to hit the 104 and 156. And, you know, Chiefs improved to 15-6 on the season in the 104th season. But the 104 didn't hit, though. But I found out the 556 connection earlier today. When I saw that, I was convinced. I was like, oh, yeah, Chiefs got this, man. And then when you run Super Bowl 58 in all caps in the Roman numerals, it has 556 gematria and what used to be the Francis Bacon cipher, which I think is called capitals added now. Yeah. If you run Super Bowl 50 or Super Bowl 58 in all caps and run the 58 in Roman numerals, it equals the amount of wins Chiefs have now.
And you know something I just remembered? The song by Drake that he has called Back to Back.
Yeah.
He made a jacket for Joe Montana.
And then you see how they tied it up at the end. I was like, yeah, they paying tribute to Montana. 16-16. I said, yeah, they paying tribute to Montana.
Yeah, and Drake just betted like $1 million on the Chiefs to win.
Uh-huh.
But look, this was like February 2nd. Joe Montana put out this post of him wearing the OVO jacket, which is Drake's brand. Drake has the song Back to Back. Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know Montana wore his brand.
Yeah, he wore his brand. He posted it, too. Let me just see what date this album came out. It came out in 2015 on July 29th. Yeah, there's probably more to this. I'll probably do some more research later. Yeah, but I don't think that's a coincidence that Drake gives this guy the coke. He has a song called Back to Back.
Nah. And then,
Back to Back is 201. Oh my gosh.
yeah, it has the 24 and the 201 right beside each other, like how Chiefs became 24 and 21 in the playoffs. And, you know, I sent you the post about Eagles being the last repeat prior to the Chiefs. And, I mean, not the Eagles, but the Patriots. And they beat the Eagles in that game 24-21. I was like, oh, yeah, man, like, Chiefs got to have this, man. The only thing that was scaring me was, like, how can this guy that has never been in the Super Bowl be favored over a guy that's in here for his fourth time? Like, I get that they're the number one seed, but still, they should not be favored.
And just think about how they played during the playoffs. They almost lost to the Packers. They struggled against the Lions.
They should have never been favored over the Chiefs. I don't care if they had I don't care if the Chiefs was the number 7 seed. They should have never been favored over the Chiefs.
Think about it. Patrick Mahomes beat Josh Allen. He beat Lamar Jackson, the MVP. He's not gonna beat Brock Purdy?
Exactly. I'm like, oh man, like they really like trying to sell this Brock Purdy guy.
Yeah.
And then they started coming with the story yesterday, I think, or it might have been earlier today, how he was like the 262nd pick, and he was in the 7th round, and like things didn't work out with the dude, Berthea, whoever that guy they picked, the 49ers drafted, CJ Berthea, whatever his name is. He went on to whatever team he went to, and so like that's how they ended up getting Brock Purdy. I'm like, damn, like, are they really trying to do this Brady shit with him? Because, you know, Brady was the 6th round pick. You know, nobody wanted him. And then, like, he goes on to become...
I knew that wasn't what they was doing because I was looking at the Super Bowl 55, what they did with Joe Burrow. They did the same thing with Joe Burrow. They try to make him look like this elite quarterback, young guy. Brock Purdy is another version.
Like, have this fucking, like... You know, like this underdog story.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
nobody
the only thing that was a little scary was that McCaffrey, his father won a Super Bowl.
I swear, man.
That narrative was scary. That narrative was scary though.
Yes, swear to God. Swear to God. Like,
Yo, that narrative had me shook. I'm like, are they gonna have the father and son ritual at the Super Bowl?
And it was pretty much like all white against, like, you know, going against Mahomes. You know, like it's fucking Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Kittles. What was the other guy? And then you got Shanahan, the coach. You know, like it's just like those were like the. It just seemed like they was trying to do like this white versus black thing. And it's like, damn, like are they gonna like hit Mahomes with the 42 against like all these white dudes?
Yeah, and did you see how like isn't it like I find it very impressive how like they do everything so perfectly on by the time. Like they win the game with 3 seconds left. It's like everything is timed so perfectly. How do they get this shit right? So because there's so many people on the field.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I believe. That's why I'm like on the fences about everybody being in on it, man, because it requires like it's something that they're tapped into that the general public isn't aware of. It has to be, whether it's technology or it's magic. It's something that they know that they're tapped into that we don't know about, and that's why we don't fully understand how they do it. But I just don't believe that they can let everyone in on the rigging, bro, and have full confidence in him keeping the secret. You know, like, I just don't think that everybody will keep the secret. How can you just fully trust everybody to, like, especially something like whatever it is that you're doing that's enabling you to be able to.
Well, not if your life is in danger, though. I disagree. You know my take on that. If your life is in danger, your family's life is in danger, you're definitely gonna keep quiet. But just did you know? Oh my gosh! Shout out to Vinny P in the chat. Did you know how much Drake betted on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Over $1 million.
Yeah, 1.15. Mahomes equals 115.
The 1-15 code.
Like these people are fucking crazy, y'all.
Your pre-game post about the 15-13, that was like it came through at halftime. Like if you they put up the graphic and they showed their pass attempts. They had Purdy on 15 pass attempts.
And Mahomes on 13. Yeah. Yo, this shit is crazy. I saw that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That was their halftime pass attempts.
Yo, these people are fucking crazy, man. I should have took a screenshot of that. I did see that. I briefly saw that.
If you run the
34 attempts. Oh my God, the 34 again.
Yeah. And the fucking the St. Louis Blues game was sent too. They picked up the 58th point of the season. You know, Super Bowl 58, and their record became 28, 21-2, and the next time they play, Mahomes will be 28 years, 21 weeks, and 2 days. And you know, St. Louis is in Missouri. But I knew that. I was like, oh yeah, this got to be fucking. This is Mahomes. Like, why would this game like be synced through Mahomes? And then that was the 260th all-time meeting between the Kings and the Thunder. And Kansas City Chiefs has 260 gematria. I'm like, man, all of this surrounded around Chiefs. This got to be Chiefs, bro. Like
Drake
in the other leagues, like this has to be Chiefs.
Drake put his bet in on February 9th.
That was the moon day. That was the new moon day.
Yeah, but the 29 to go along with the AFC picking up. Yeah, right. AFC picking up the 29th win. Mahomes equals 29. That was the same day that Usher put out his album.
Yeah, they opened the season on 9/7. Repeat equals 97. And they the reigning champs. Repeat equals 97. Andy Reid was 65 years old. Repeat was 65. Became the AFC became.
And the repeat is 34. That 34 again.
Exactly. Yes, man. I was saying this like. I'm telling you, man. As soon as I realized that the reigning champs opened the season on 9/7 and repeat had 97 gematria. I said, man, Chiefs got to be winning this, bro. They got to be repeat, and it would make sense because nobody would expect it because it hasn't happened in almost 2 decades. Like nobody would really believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because but prior to that, when the Patriots repeated, it was like a 6-year gap in between the last one. You know what I'm saying? But and this time, like, it was a 19-year gap. So, like, most people wouldn't believe it. And then, like, when you run Super Bowl repeat, it has 196 gematria, ordinal cipher, and repeat champion has 196 gematria, ordinal cipher. And it's exactly 19 years, 6 days since a repeat.
I mean, they really stole a lot of money from people because think about it. None of the big time players caught a touchdown. So all those anytime scoring bets failed.
Exactly, man. That's why I don't know, like, because you know a lot of people saying I think the dude Jake the asshole. I think he's saying like 77% of the money was on Chiefs.
Yeah, that proves to you that the money doesn't really matter.
It doesn't fucking matter. People love to bring it up. I'm like, man, like,
and we don't know. I was saying that at the beginning of the video. We don't know if that's even accurate. They could just be doing that to fool people. How do we know that that's accurate? Like, can we verify that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no, but he said.
Hello?
He was saying that there was multiple websites that had on average like
all those websites are all controlled by the casinos though. I mean,
exactly. I don't know, man. I just feel like these people got all the money, man. So it's like there's no way like
they don't care about money. They don't care about money.
Yeah, they're not going to put themselves in a vulnerable spot to where like, oh, we could like bring them.
Because the thing is, they're killing people. You can't kill somebody in connection to a game like Derek Thomas. God died in connection 24 years before the Super Bowl was played. Who gives a fuck what you could put $1 zillion on the Chiefs? They're still gonna win.
And just look how like complex these codes be, and like just how meticulously carefully planned this stuff is. Like, you think they're gonna go through all of that work just to get to the end, like,
Oh wait, yeah, too much money on this team. Let's go with the other team.
Gonna say fuck no, man. That's so dumb to think that like these people had this stuff planned. They already got what they're gonna do, and we can't break them. Like this is one big conglomerate. Like all of it is one machine. It's not fucking Vegas over here and the sports league over here. No, it's all one thing. It's all one big business. Like,
and I want to give a shout out to Negan on the chat. He said, "How many people you think counted Mahomes' 333 yards? Like that could be a fabricated number. How do we know he threw for 333 yards? Are you gonna go back and count how many yards he threw? And there is no fan that's gonna do that. So even at the end of the game, they could just say any random number. Oh yeah, Mahomes had 666 yards. Like ain't nobody gonna verify that. So we can't trust these people from what they're reporting. They could be reporting anything. They could say that 99% of the betting money is on the Chiefs. That doesn't mean that it's true. How can that be that it was so lopsided when there's no betting in Missouri? All the betting, like all the San Francisco fans that was out there, I don't believe that stat is real. You can't even, like all the Kansas City Chiefs can't bet on their favorite team. So how is it this lopsided? The entire America picked the Chiefs? That's hard to believe, especially with how ESPN was promoting the 49ers, all these networks. No, it was not that lopsided. That was just to throw people off. And like you said, they wasn't even supposed to be the favorite. So Vegas knows how to mislead bettors.
Exactly. And a lot of people a handful of people I've like communicated with, they didn't want Chiefs to repeat. Like from a fandom standpoint.
Even in this community, it wasn't even that lopsided. Most of the people liked the 49ers. I'm like, why you guys are picking the 49ers, man? People was blowing up my chat. I'm like, man, you guys bet on whoever. That's why I even made a video an hour before the game. I'm like, please do not bet on the 49ers. They are not going to win this game.
Yeah, man. I definitely don't believe, especially like those numbers is real. Like as lopsided as Jake was explaining it, I definitely don't put no weight into the money thing, what side, how much is on what side, all of that.
Yeah, no, that shit doesn't matter. It does not matter. Yeah. Like the ritualism is what matters.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I just wanted to call in and touch on that. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Congratulations once again.
Once again, for all of us, man. Congratulate all of us. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Have a good one. Shout out to Topsy, man. Yeah. Yeah, the money, the bet, the favorite, none of that shit matters, man. None of that shit matters. They don't get it. They don't get that this is all ritualism, man. Drake probably didn't even place his bet. This is all part of the ritual. Drake is not gonna bet on sports. Come on, he's in these societies. These people don't gamble. Yeah, but scan a little late. So again, congratulations to all the people who betted on the Chiefs. Again, this is more than money. This is more than just sports betting. This is exposing these leagues for what they really are. They are a criminal organization, a bunch of scammers, a bunch of killers. It's more than just scripted sports. Way more than that, okay? But I don't know. I've been saying this for so long now. But I went down there to the Super Bowl 54 parade. Let's see if I can make it back there again this year, and try to wake up some of those brain dead sheep out there. I hate the Chiefs fans. Those people are like, you can't get through none of them. They're the worst type of fans out there. The Chiefs fans, oh my gosh. If you ever been to Kansas City, you know exactly what I mean. But good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And see you next time. Peace.